Okay, my name, I'm known as Rocky, and I used to live here in Adavale 65 years ago. Quite young, probably 5 or 6 or 7, I can't sort of pin it right down exactly, but around that time, yes. We came from another place, but I went to school here until I reached high school age, and then I had to go to Charleville. I would say, you know, thick gauge tin, but the solder.
Yeah, all these things are soldered.
Yes, we were in the post office here for that time. My dad was the postmaster, and we ran the telephone exchange.
You had one of these in the post office?
We had a Valda, a Swedish one. Dad had to buy it himself. Okay. It had an extremely long carry. Yes, it has. The first thing I noticed is the lack of goats. There used to be thousands of goats here. And the old buildings. I miss the old buildings. A lot of these buildings have been washed away, I understand, in various floods. And it's good to see that the post office and the police station and the hall have been preserved, and the hospital. You know, to remember, but the old buildings, they were all at ground level, and it's a bit sad to see them gone.
There you go. Well, Ernie Jones, the plumber.
Now, see, nobody is admitted knowing him.
Is that right?
Well, I would say, you know, nobody remembers him.
Huh?
Yeah, he was the fellow that fell in the hot ball.
Oh, my God.
Yeah.
My name's Cos Sievers. In Adavale, to get away from the big city. So we just find our way up that escarpment. See the different colour? This is all that sort of brown. The most interesting was because it was a surprise to see how far back the history of this place really goes. How the amount of work that had to be done to build fences and houses, to get food out here, to travel through places that you don't know about or that you're not totally familiar with. The first pioneers came here. It wasn't like, you know, some pioneers came out to some place like, you know, out to Roma, which is close to Brisbane. This was the desert sort of, you know, outback country where these guys came only 4 years at the most after 2 blokes died at the Dig Tree, or around there, Burke and Wells, in the same sort of country, and they came up here. And to discover that was fascinating. Not really. This is the way to Mount Misery. So at Mount Misery there's these old cattle yards. Now, I call them rustlers yards just for a bit of fun because they look like something, you know, it's just been made.
We used to use them for our branding.
Oh, you did?
Yeah.
Oh, well, don't tell me about it now. When we get there. I'm just thinking, so this was the original, the cap, the common.
Well, alright, my name is Bud Brassington. Oh, my family used to live in town here, and Dad used to work out on the properties, and then as I got older I used to go out and work on the properties with him. My brothers used to. I got one sister. She used to, later on in the year, she used to work on properties around Adavale. Oh, mustering sheep or cattle or anything needs to be done, fencing, bring them into the yards for branding. Or if they were selling cattle, we used to put them on transport and send them away.
Survived with what was here. And in many ways, even though we've got technology, we still do the same thing out here.
They're hand shoes.
Hand shoes.
What they used to shear the sheep with. Hello, my name's Clodo. Originally come from Brisbane, but I've been living here for 27 years. Was it 01, the end of 01 to the beginning of 04, I had the little pub convenience store in town here, but I'm still living here.
So where did you get those stuff?
These, I got them all at the dump. Different dumps when I went around the different places.
Yeah.
It's a dog trap. We used to come out here earlier. We'd come out here hunting pigs and I separated from my wife and I moved out here. And I thought it's nice and quiet. I liked it.
What are we doing? It's going this time?
Oh, mile. My name is Patsy Donahue. I was born on the 3rd of August 1924. Don't go reckoning up how old I am. My name's Margaret Anderson. I was born on the 25th of November 1947 in Charleville, but lived in Adavale most of my life. You're saying about what you like out here. There was just no other place in Australia where I wanted to retire to. When I first moved out here, one of the ladies said, don't ever go without anything, just let us know. Now, do your neighbours in big cities tell you that? No, it's great. And there was just a lot of fantastic people living out here back when we were young. Yes. It's just the lifestyle. Yes, friends. Yeah. See, Margaret brings me down my dinner. That is lovely. Yeah. And she makes egg and lettuce sandwiches and I love them.
I can't adequately explain it, but possibly the isolation. There are no maddening crowds. There are no person knocking on your door wanting to sell you something. There is no telemarketers. The people are honest out here. There's very, well, almost non-existent crime. All those things, it's very hard, but I think that's the isolation. I've never ever felt lonely in these places.
Don't you feel bored sometimes?
No, you don't get bored out here. You know what?
Why?
Only uninterested people get bored.
Because they've never been here and I can't explain the place adequately. I can't explain what I see in this place. I firmly believe that you have to come. You've got to come to Adavale to experience what I've heard referred to as the magic. There is magic in this town. There is magic in the surrounds of this town. It is a stark country. It's a harsh country. But there is beauty in this country. There is magic, again, in this country.
Hi, I'm Joe Anderson. I lived here most of my life in Adavale. I've been riding horses ever since I was about 3. Bloody well, I'm still riding them and I'm 65. And I'll be still riding them next year, next 10 years.
Why Adavale? Because I was raised here and I love it.
You know, a lot of other places and it's just not like living out here.
29th of September 2015, eh? Okay, you look at this. This is my life.
Going up to the country, come on along. Going up to the country.
Just said that when you're ready.
Hey man, this place is fucking cool. Okay, that's a blooper.
Okay. Ready?
Slip into our
3,
beards
2,
and
1.
mustaches. Swim in our birthday suits. Dance and get a little loose. If you got the gin, I got the juice. Come on along.
Perfect.
All this staring at a screen can't be good.
Adavale's full, mate. Fuck off.
Right, yeah.
We're gonna dirty up
Right,
abandon our elaborate plans.